What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Wednesday. That means we're doing a Sword and Shield update, and I'm excited to do this because when I did the spreadsheet, I updated every single booster box. A lot of these are making very large moves, and it's really exciting if you are holding Sword and Shield booster boxes, particularly some of the top alt-art sets, which we'll get to here in a second. We'll start off with some of the maybe less interesting ones. Sword and Shield base, and then Rebel Clash. I know we go over these every single week. There's not a lot of supply out there. TCG Player Graph hasn't caught up with the lowest listed on eBay. And what I mean by that is the lowest listed box, I think, for Sword and Shield base is like $575 still. We're not seeing anybody put up boxes less than that. Rebel Clash, I think there was one box listed below $400. So it's kind of in the same situation where if that box sells, new seller comes in, brings the price up to like 400, 425. If someone wants to buy a box, they're going to have to pay up for it. Now, is that going to happen? Probably not. I mean, I don't think we're going to see Rebel Clash jump to like $500. I don't think we're going to see Sword and Shield base jump up to like $600 anytime soon, $700. But it is a possibility. I just think that with this run we're seeing with Sword and Shield right now, it's a lot more selective in what people are buying. And I will explain that here in a second. Before we get to that, though, we should talk about a couple more less interesting sets, even though they are still kind of interesting to talk about, especially Darkness Ablaze. This is a box that's $252 almost at this point. Darkness Ablaze, a very bad set, not a lot of interesting cards in this outside the Charizard. It's more expensive than Vivid Voltage still though, and Battle Styles. And when it comes to inventory, all three of these sets I showed you guys, they have more boxes on eBay this week compared to last week. My guess is that some sellers see a lot of these other Sword and Shield boxes taking off, and maybe they put up some of their less desirable boxes in an attempt to try and move them and then maybe use that money for something else. Now, when it comes to Darkness Ablaze, half of the inventory is still only from Gilbert Games. I think they have like 34, 35 boxes still up on eBay. The rest of that is going to be from individual sellers. Vivid Voltage and Battle Styles, it's a lot more spread across multiple sellers, maybe like 30 or 40 different ones. We're at the point now with a lot of these Sword and Shield sets, outside of like a couple people that are big store names that I see, like TCA Gaming still has some Astral Radiance boxes. There's a couple other sellers like Hobbiesville, I think, had some Battle Styles, but outside of a few large stores, the majority of the boxes we're seeing hit the secondary market aren't coming from stores, they're coming from individual sellers that maybe only have one or two boxes, if that makes sense. Now, before we go any further and talk about some of the big boy sets, I do want to jump in here and give a shout out to today's video sponsor, the Shiny app. When you guys are collecting or investing in Pokemon, it's important to know what you have at all times. That's where Shiny comes in. It's a mobile app where you can track your investments, whether that's sealed products, singles, or slabs. They cover all the main games like Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh!, One Piece, Sorcery, and Lorcana. In Pokemon specifically, they cover English, Japanese, and simplified Chinese. And what I love about their app is that, one, it's super easy to use. I think it's easier to use than their competition. And also, they're trying to give you the most up-to-date data possible, updating twice a day from places like TCG Player, eBay, Price Charting, and Card Market. And the best part about the app is that it's free, so I'll leave links to the Google Play and App Store in the description and pin comment down below. And thank you to Shiny for sponsoring the video. Now, to get back to the alt-art sets and just kind of the Sword and Shield boom we're seeing in general, I think that this time around, it is a lot more selective than last time. And what I mean by that is people are being very picky when it comes to which sets they want to invest in. Similar to the XY era, we're seeing Flashfire take off, we're seeing Phantom Forces take off to all-time highs that are crazy. Obviously, a lot of other sets like Ancient Origins are moving up, but outside of those top few sets, most of the other ones aren't moving at the same rate as the top tier ones. And this is what I've been saying for the longest time on this channel, is that after about a couple years, right? In the beginning, it's fine to buy a little bit of every set because we don't know what's going to pop off. But once we get deeper into an era, it's obvious to tell which sets are better than the average set, right? And those are the sets that at that point, you probably want to put more money into and focus your efforts into, because in the long term, they tend to do better. We've seen that with basically every era at this point. So we just talked about XY era. In Sun and Moon era, that's going to be your team up, obviously. And then Cosmic Eclipse, Unbroken Bonds, Unified Minds. Sure, there's an outlier there in Ultra Prism that did well because of the waifus, and sure, Celestial Storm maybe didn't get printed as much as some other sets, and that's why it's a little bit more expensive. But the majority of the top moving sets in Sun and Moon era are the better, deeper sets with more desirable chase cards. And we're seeing the same thing in the Sword and Shield era this time around. Last time, we saw sets like Brilliant Stars, if I can bring it up. This was actually kind of one of the front runners last time because when we were looking at supply on the market, there wasn't a ton. This time around, there's a lot more supply compared to a lot of these other Sword and Shield boxes. The top sets moving currently, that really shouldn't be a surprise. Evolving Skies, obviously, this is getting very close to 2,500. I know TCG Player says it's 2137. I think there's only like 5 boxes, a handful of boxes, maybe 7 or something, listed below like 2560 on eBay. So considering these are selling buy it now on average like over 3 per day for the past like couple months, they're going to get to $2,500 fairly quickly. Fusion Strike is right there as well. I know the graph says this is a $765 box, but when you look at listings available on the secondary market, for all intents and purposes, this is now like an $850 box. And this was the box with the second best sell-through rate out of all the Sword and Shield sets this week, even better than Evolving Skies. There was one set better, and I'm going to actually show you guys, or I'll tell you the numbers exactly for Lost Origin here in a second, because that set has absolutely popped off. But this time around, sets like Brilliant Stars and Chilling Reign over here, even though they're pretty decent alt art sets, they're not at the top in terms of the sets that are moving, the ROI that we're seeing on them. In fact, Silver Tempest is actually doing better in this kind of leg up than Brilliant Stars and Chilling Reign. There's a lot more of this selling, not as much out there actually now, which is surprising considering over the past couple months, there's been a lot more Silver Tempest compared to some of these other boxes. And I forgot to touch on this one, but Astral Radiance basically doing the same thing it's always done. This is going to be a box probably towards the lower end of the alt arts at this point. Silver Tempest is kind of pushing higher than Astral, not just in terms of box price, but also in terms of sell-through rate and popularity. Obviously, the Lugia was up like 23% this month, so there's probably a little bit of a correlation between that card moving up in price and also the box being one of the more desirable ones this time around. But to close out this video, I do want to talk about Lost Origin because Lost Origin is kind of up there with Fusion Strike and Evolving in this leg up. It's moving very fast and doing some very surprising things. So I want to give you guys the exact numbers. And for Lost Origin, there's only 5 boxes listed below $668 on eBay, and they were selling at 8 boxes per day. Buy it now, eBay North America, over the past week. That is the highest I think we've ever seen on one of these Sword and Shield alt art sets since we started tracking them. And if you do the math, 5 boxes available divided by 8 selling per day, that gives you less than a day of inventory before this box is going to hit $668 approximately. So obviously it doesn't work out perfectly like that, but I wouldn't be surprised by the end of this if Lost Origin is moving above $700, maybe even going higher than that. But that is going to be it for the update this week. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Let me know in the comments down below if you're buying any of these Sword and Shield sets right now, if you're holding any of them, if you're planning to sell any. Also, make sure to go check out Shiny, links in the description down below. With all that said, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.